hands up when it's drop this. Yeah. My God. Yeah.
Shoot, so family, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A in LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes is just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. You can join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. And if you are an existing supporter of this channel, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. Alright, fam, let's get into this episode. So we got a good one today, I think, fam. I have done a ton of optic reviews over the years on this channel, whether that is pistol dots or rifle dots. And I'm always trying to find value for you guys and to bring new options to you. So today I have another one that I think you guys should be aware of. If you're considering an optic for your SBR or your brace pistol or your full-size rifle even, this is one that you probably have not heard of that you should take into consideration. And that is the EHS-1, the Enhanced Holographic Sight from Dynamic Optronic Technologies, otherwise known as DOT. And so it will come in a box like this with the sight. It's going to come with the sight itself. It's going to come with a quick reference guide, and it's going to come with the battery. So let you guys take a look at the optic itself. Alright, fam, before we get into the dot, what I'm gonna need you to do is stop playing with your boy. I've got the optic sitting on your boy's Daniel Defense Mark 18, right? Now, if you guys saw the initial video that I did on this, you'll see I've kind of changed this out. I had previously a UH-1 optic and magnifier on Unity risers. And I love the Huey. I love the UH-1, the Vortex UH-1 optic and the magnifier. I think it's a great option. But I felt like on a brace pistol, short barreled pistol, SBR Mark 18 type setup, that maybe it was a little overkill, right? And so I decided to simplify that setup. And so when my guys at DOT came to me and said, hey, we want you to run the optic, test it out, I thought it might be a good opportunity to kind of clean up my setup here. And so now we just have the laser on top, my cloud defense, and my dot. And so, look, fam, let's talk a little bit about the optic, and then let's get into what my thoughts are on it and maybe how you should be looking at it. Okay, fam, so the EHS-1 Enhanced Holographic Sight from Dynamics Optronic Technologies, also known as DOT, is a rugged, precision-engineered optic offering rapid target acquisition, extreme durability, and advanced features for tactical and competitive shooting environment. It has one-time magnification, unlimited eye relief. It's a 1 MOA center dot and a 65 MOA outer circle. It is made from 70-75 aluminum with an anodized finish. It runs on a CR123A battery, good for over 1,000 hours, assuming medium brightness. It is waterproof down to a 1P68, and it weighs about 260 grams, not including the battery. It mounts to a Picatinny rail, and it comes sitting on a riser. All right, fam, so check it. This dot MSRPs for $599. Now, I think the thing is, a lot of people are going to look at it and say, I've never heard of this company, and $600 for a dot is highly expensive. For that much, I might as well get me an EOTech that has a proven track record. I think that's fair. I think some people might also look at the Vortex UH-1 as another kind of can't miss option. And I'm pretty sure the folks at DOT recognize that. I think what they're going to say is, well, two things I should say. That DOT is headquartered out here in Irvine, California. So they're headquartered here in the U.S. I love the fact that they're not afraid to be in California. We're planning on doing an episode where we go out to their headquarters and they can talk to you way more eloquently than I can about the benefits of the optic. But I will say this, that this optic is a tank. It is very well manufactured. It is very well made. It is night vision capable. So if you're comparing this to like an EOTech EXP-S3, which I feel like is a comparable optic, okay, two things. That one is MSRPing for $790, so essentially $200 more than that. And that doesn't include the cost of a riser. So if you threw a Unity riser on there for another $100, now you're looking at really $900 for your optic setup with an EOTech, where here you kind of got an all-in-one at $599. So I do think there is value here. Now, the next question then becomes, okay, well, it's a better value by what's the functionality. So I took the dot out and I've got probably about 1,500 rounds on this dot on a short barreled 223-556, right? And it held zero. It was very easy to install, very easy to adjust. It never lost zero. Now, I didn't torture test it. I didn't drop it. I didn't bang it up. And so I didn't do that. So, take that into consideration. What I will ask, though, when I go out to meet with the guys at DOT, I'll have them tell you about kind of what they do to ensure the durability of their dots. Like I said, aluminum housing, so that part is great. It doesn't feel like an inexpensive dot at all. It does feel rugged. It is waterproof. And so, from that perspective, I think it checks the boxes, right? It was target acquisition was very, very easy for me. It is reminiscent to me of the EOTech. So if you look here, I have an EOTech mounted on my Maximum Defense. Now, this is not the night vision version of the EOTech, although I have several that are. But again, even on the night vision capable ones, you still have to buy that riser. The night vision capable one, the EXP-S3, like I said, that's $800 plus another $100 for the mount or so. So you're all in $900, where you're at $600 for the dot. Now, I think the disadvantage that the dot has is it doesn't have the track record or the history. So I guess the question is, all things being equal, what would you rather do? If you'd rather save $300, then I would say give the dot a try. I at least think it should be an option. And like I said, for me, fam, this is all about bringing awareness to you guys so you guys can make a decision. They didn't pay me. I'm not getting paid. Dot did not pay me to do this video. They did provide the optic for free, and that's cool and everything, but I already had an expensive optic on my Mark 18. I could have just took the magnifier off, left the UH1, and been fine, right? So this was not something that I personally needed. There's no gain in this for me other than to give you guys some other options and to shine a light on a company headquartered in California who is making what I perceive to be a quality product. And so, look, fam, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk to the guys at Dot. I'm going to go out and we're going to do an episode. I'm going to dedicate an entire episode to them because I feel like we surprisingly have a fair amount of companies based out here in California that are in the 2A space, but I don't think enough light gets shined on them. So I want to do that. I appreciate the fact that they started this company, that they came out with a quality product, and that they're based here locally. And so we're going to go out, we're going to get into much more detailed review on this dot because there's not a lot of information out there on the company, and I feel like there should be. If you're not following them on Instagram, make sure you give them a follow. I think they give out a lot of great information on their Instagram. I'll put a link to their Instagram down below in the description so you can check them out there. And in between the time that we do that episode and the episode where we go out to their facility, and now I'm going to be shooting a lot more rounds through this gun. I'm going to run it under nods to see how it operates during night vision. But I can tell you, fam, I'm so far so good. So far so good. And I'll let you see. I don't know if it's picking up. There it is. So you guys can kind of see what that looks like. But look, fam, like I said, it ran like a mofo. It was very reminiscent of my my EOTech and my UH1. What I will also say though too is that I don't know if you guys are feeling the look. It's very boxy. It is very Acro P2 rifle-esque, right? More boxy feel than say like the EOTech or the UH1. But it's growing on me. It's growing on me. Very much so. And so look, fam, we'll get out and hang out with my guys at Dot and let them talk up the optic because they'll be able to, run circles around me relative to kind of the strengths of the optic itself. But just as a shooter, somebody who enjoys shooting, somebody who has access to the best quality red dots out there on the market, I feel like thus far this dot is giving me everything that my other closed emitter holographic sights give me, and it's giving it to me at a little bit of a discount. I don't want to make it seem like this is a cheap option. It is not, but it is giving it to me a little bit cheaper than I would for everything that I get here. I can get it for a few $100 less. And so, who doesn't want to save a few $100? All right? That's it for this episode, fam. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.